What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a package from the Pissed Off Barber. We're gonna unbox everything, look what's inside. I'm gonna go ahead, try everything out, come back and give you a review on everything that's inside this box. All right, and to just preface this, he did send me all of this stuff, but I'm not being paid to say anything. This is not a sponsored video, so I'm gonna give you guys my genuine, honest opinion. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the very first thing inside of this box is the infamous green mask that he wears in his videos. This one says anti-social social club. I mean, I would put it on for the rest of this review, but I got clients coming in today and I don't want to mess up my hair, but you might see a couple pictures on my Instagram with this on very soon. Next, we have the TPOB Psycho Graphite Blade Set. Now, I've seen a lot of posts about this on his Instagram. Apparently, it's a really sick blade. I'm gonna put it on one of my Gold FX clippers and we're gonna go ahead and test this out. I'm not gonna zero gap this for the testing, at least at the beginning. I'm gonna just try it out, see how it is. And yeah, I'm actually really excited to use this because I've seen a lot of good reviews about it on Instagram. Next, we have the TPOB Mini Skull Slime Edition Foil Shaver. This is a single foil. Now, I've actually been wanting to get a single foil shaver for quite a while now, and I just keep forgetting. So I'm actually very excited to use this, and I know for a fact this is gonna be super useful. And last but not least, the star of this package is the TPOB Troll Clipper. I'm very excited about this. I've seen a lot of stuff on Instagram. It looks a lot like the Low Pro Clipper, and if you guys have watched my other reviews in the past, you guys know how much I love my Low Pros. So I'm very excited to unbox this one and charge it and use it, especially today even. I'm gonna get to straight using this. I don't plan on zero gapping this either just for the review. I'm planning to just use this straight out of the box and give you my review based on that. I'm excited to use these clippers and I'm gonna be right back. For you guys, it's gonna be a couple seconds. For me, it's gonna be at least a couple of days to try out these clippers. I'm gonna put some clips for you guys as well of me using these, and I'm gonna come back and give you my final review. All right, it is now the end of the day. I know I said it was gonna take me a couple of days to try out these bad boys and give an honest review on them, but to be honest with you guys, I've been using these pretty much exclusively all day, and I feel pretty confident in being able to give you guys my honest review just from today's experience. So first, I'm just gonna talk about the foil shaver. It's pretty straightforward. It's a single foil shaver. There's not much to it. It cuts very clean, a lot of power. It wasn't snagging at all. You guys can see some clips here on the screen where I was using these. They're very useful for those very hard to reach spots with your typical foil shaver, or for myself, I use the Bronze Series 9 a lot, and so there are a lot of spots that are harder to reach with those types of shavers. So having a single foil shaver is very useful. And this one specifically, again, I love the color, cuts amazing, very powerful. Now I want to talk about the Psycho trimmer blade. Now if you guys have watched my Stockcraft Saber review, you guys will know how much I love that trimmer. And I think the most concise way I can say this is I used this trimmer exclusively, or this blade exclusively today, and at no point did I feel the need or the want even to go ahead and reach for my Saber trimmer. And it's also important to mention that both this blade and my Saber trimmer are completely not zero gapped straight out of the box. Obviously, there's gonna be the bias of this is a completely brand new blade, but I also remember when I had just gotten my Saber trimmer, and I gotta say it's a very close call. I don't wanna say which one's better and which one's not, because honestly, I can't really give an exact winner, but I gotta say I absolutely love this. So today I put this bad boy to the test. I debulked with it a couple of times and it cut beautifully. It cut through like it was butter. Way smoother than my Babyliss trimmers ever have, even when I bought them brand new. But then I stopped debulking with it, not because it couldn't handle it, but because it was such a nice trimmer blade for a lineup, it's so nice and smooth and sharp right out of the box that I didn't want to dull it out by debulking with it. I would really recommend, if you haven't already, to go grab yourself a cycle blade. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for all of the stuff that I have here and to the Pissed Off Barbers website as a whole. And last but not least, the Pissed Off Barber Troll Clipper. Man, I gotta tell you guys, if you haven't watched my low pro review, I'm gonna link it up in one of the corners. Go ahead and give that a watch. But man, I love the way this clipper feels in the hand. It's very similar to the low pro, which is one of, if not my favorite clipper to hold and to cut with, just in terms of weight distribution and in terms of ergonomics. In terms of cutting, I mean, I couldn't believe it, if I'm being completely honest with you. I expected it to be good, but I did not expect to be this good. It cut through bulk like crazy. I actually, funny enough, had multiple buzz cut transformations today, and it cut through all that bulk, no problem at all. Again, I almost used this exclusively. The only other clipper I actually used today was my low pro, and that was just to kind of compare how the two cut next to each other. And in terms of that comparison, they both cut very, very smoothly and very similarly. The main difference you're gonna notice is gonna be the blades, and I would say both blades are good. I actually kind of like this blade, the TPOB TX blade, a little bit more than the wedge blade that's on my low pro FX. And the best way I can describe it is it actually cuts a little bit more like a Stylecraft Rebel, kind of like an in-between a low pro and a Stylecraft Rebel. Again, this is from my first impressions cutting with it all day today. It did not disappoint, and just like with the cycle blade, at no point did I feel the need or even the want to go ahead and grab another clipper. This thing cut absolutely amazing. All right, so I'm not gonna bore you to death. I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm gonna give you guys my final verdict, and I assume you guys already know where this is going. The single foil shaver, I think that a single foil shaver in general is an absolute, I wouldn't say must, but it's a really good thing to have on your station. Again, for those really hard to reach areas, it just makes your life a lot easier. And in that case, I absolutely do recommend the Pissed Off Barber single foil shaver. Very powerful, cuts super clean, and I highly recommend this. In terms of the cycle blade, again, this thing actually blew my expectations out of the water. I expected it to be, you know, pretty much the same as a Babyliss blade, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, you look at it, immediately you're not noticing too many differences, but it cut way better than the Babyliss blades. Also, much, much quieter, which I love, especially because, again, a lot of times I can't hear what my clients are saying just from the sound of the clipper, and it gives me crazy edge ups, and it's great for bulk. So all around, highly recommend this blade as well. And last but not least, the Troll Clipper. I'll be honest with you guys, and if you've watched my station reviews in the past, I like to keep 2 trimmers and 2 clippers on my station at all times, no more, no less, because I find usually that having, you know, three or more clippers or 3 or more trimmers gets to be a little bit too much. So I'm very curious to see which clipper this is gonna replace on my station, because I'm telling you right now, this is staying on, and this is becoming a staple on my station. It is a workhorse, and I see myself using this day in and day out, probably as my main clipper as well, because like I said, I didn't even feel like I needed to reach for my Rebel or for my Low Pro, which are my 2 favorite clippers out right now. And I believe that's because I find this is kind of like a great marriage in between them. It almost cuts, it has the power of the Low Pro and the Rebel, and it cuts soft, but it's not too soft where it's taking you a long time to cut, and it has the power again, but it's not harsh, right? So I find this as a really good balance. I really love this clipper, genuinely, and you're gonna see a lot of content coming in with these things here. My tutorials coming up, videos on my Instagram. You're gonna see me using these a lot coming up. All right, that is all for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this with somebody that might also find this valuable. I'm gonna put a link to everything and the Pissed Off Barbers website down in the description, so go ahead, cop anything you need. Like I said, these products specifically are the ones that I have tried, and I do recommend them highly. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.